Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for your Arena Gauntlet League match. This is the beginning of week 5 here on the channel, match number 21. We're doing relatively well so far. We've got an interesting week this week. For those of you that are stumbling upon this, check the top of the description for my week 0 introduction into this league if you aren't caught up yet. And you could also check out the last 20 matches on the channel to catch up to where we are right now. This is match number 21, and the deck you see on your screen is the deck we are running in match 21 here today. Our last loss secured us a couple of pretty good cards: Brazen Collector, Steam Path, Charger, Darkstar Augur, and an early winter as well. So we got some upgrades to our deck here, and looking to run this one into the league and see if we can't get ourselves a win here today. Here is a look at the current standings heading in to week 5 and our 21st match. We currently have a record of 14-6. We've been doing relatively well, but it takes a lot to top 8 a league of 121 members. There were 121 that started. At the time of this recording, 70 have been eliminated. We are down to 51 members remaining, and we are in 15th place of those remaining members. Now, if we are to win today, we're going to jump up at least into the top 10 because we're going to jump over the other 14-6s and over Peas of Crab, who beat us last Friday, as we will have one fewer loss. But still a lot of matches to play. We're only 2/3 of the way done with this league, hopefully. And we still have 4 more losses to give. So this is where we currently stand going into today's match. Our match today is going to be against another winning opponent here with a record of 12-9, Johnny, who's in 36th place in the league with that record of 12-9, playing a Jund deck. And today's match is actually going to be the one of the 3 featured weekly matches on the Arena Gauntlet League Discord's weekly match featured things for week number 5 is what we're participating in here. So you might hear some Discord pings in the background and all sorts of stuff. I'm streaming this match as we play it to the to Discord so that some commentators can commentate over the top of it as well. But it doesn't change anything as far as your viewing experience here necessarily. So got our work cut out for us again. Johnny is 2 wins away from elimination. They have 3 more comeback packs than we have, so we're really working to do the best we can to get back on a winning streak after losing yesterday. Enjoy today's match. All right, starting on the draw here in today's feature match. And we've got red, we've got black, stab, a couple of 2-drops here. I think we'll go ahead and keep it. It's kind of suspect to send this one back. Chromatic Star doesn't affect us too much. So now the question is, now the Evolving Wilds is going to get us our second black mana, but the question is, do I hold open stab for their 2-drop here? And I think I do, so that I can play Mountain and then get one of these two going next turn here. Okay, now the Evolving Wilds is kind of not doing anything, so we'll play, or well, not doing anything, it's just going to be a little bit delayed. So we'll just go ahead and play the Hungry Ghoul here. If you hear some Discord sounds going on in the background, I am streaming this to the Arena Gauntlet League Discord channel as the feature match of the week here. So you might hear some Discord in and out in the background. I don't know how to coordinate all this kind of stuff on short notice, so it is what it is. Just going to leave it as it is. Beastkin Ranger. Okay. Not horrible. I doubt they block if we play the Hungry Ghoul here, or if we attack with the Hungry Ghoul, because they know we have stabs. So I think I would like to start beating down at least a little bit. And now he might think that my only activation was to just trade both of these for the Beastkin Ranger, but we also have access to pools here. This is going to be tough with the Ashroot Animist. Yeah. Now the question is, do I 2-for-1 myself here? I don't think I do. So no blocks. Both of these things have trample. That's a beating. Yeah, trample is tough for me. I mean, I can chump block for days with the 9 Lives Familiar, but trample is really tough. So I think we just go ahead and play this. We're gonna have to take like 8 next turn, which obviously doesn't feel good. And then the following turn we play Overwhelming Remorse. I can't really attack. Oh god, we're gonna take so much more than 8. We're gonna take like a ton of damage here. Yeah, I mean I can't do anything about it. Um, it's a tough draw for us to go up against here. Yeah, like I said, both having tramples like not that great for me, but you know, I have to take what, 12 now? Is that right? Sure. Oh no, do they have some sort of they have barge in? There is a barge in the pool, and it looks like they just got priority on attacks. So that's going to make my life very difficult here. Yeah, I can't cast that because I need to kill the Ashroot Animist like right now. So I guess it's kind of free for me to sack the 9 Lives Familiar because it does go to the graveyard. Um, so go to combat, attack with these two. They didn't get priority, so it isn't barge in here. And then we'll bring the cat back. I mean, we might have to like trade here. We don't have a lot else going on in our hand currently. Icehide Troll. And they do have the snow mountains. Hmm. At the very least, I can chump with Familiar for a few more turns here for that. I thought to leave the ghoul back because I'm going to have plenty of mana next turn to sacrifice things and potentially get this big enough to trade with that or eat it. So I don't think I can afford to attack with this, unfortunately, though. So kind of have to just end the turn here. If they've got removal for the ghoul, I think I'm probably just toast. Oh, that card is such a beating. Card's really difficult to deal with. I need my other stab, but like this trampler is what's really annoying me. So this gets +2/+0 and indestructible. It doesn't get trample though. So at least there's that. Not to mention this harvester is like gonna wreck my 9 Lives Familiar combo here. Yeah, I can't really do anything else at this point. I just basically have to get the trigger right now because I can't do it to the harvester. I can't trigger this with the harvester in play, so I pretty much just like have to do this turn. And then, I mean, I could like pass and stuff, but like, what happens if I attack? I mean, this ranger has trample. It's probably going to attack me as a 4/3 trample. Harvester's tough, like I said. The troll is going to be a 4/3. I mean, they can basically just bring anything back that I decide to block here. Hopefully there's no like giant growth or anything, but I think I need to do this because if I block with the familiar, then the harvester is just going to steal it, like I said. Although 1, 2, 3, they could do this twice. So regardless, I mean, this is going to be a 6 powered creature because they could do that twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'd have to do this. They're gonna steal my ghoul, but like, what else can I do? I can't just take 6, right? Sorry if I'm not talking as much. My voice is just like completely toast right now. I'm trying to save it a little bit. Flying Death Touch Haste. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've drawn like 3 or 4 straight lands in a row here, so I'm not really sure. And it's got Death Touch, huh? Yeah, the Death Touch is annoying. I could have potentially been able to attack through, but like, gosh, the Death Touch is just... Yeah, I mean, like I said, they played Harvester into Reaper, and I drew land, 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 so that's going to be really tough. Um, I don't really see much for me to do here. I mean, this Blood Witch has gone a long way, but like, is it good enough? And the question is now, do I do this for the last time so the Harvester can't steal it next turn? They haven't proven that they have removal, so I'm going to do this the last time because the Harvester now can't steal it. Nine points of damage, huh? Ha, little did you know I don't care about that card. All right, so now they get a Vengeful Blood Witch. So I, again, can't do anything about that. This Abyssal Harvester, this card is so good. What could I draw that would be good here? I don't even know. Perforating Artist. I mean, doesn't really do much. What if I attacked with both here? They block. I go to 4. I play that. I block that. I'm dead on the backswing. Probably. What if I just attack with the ghoul? They chump here. I go to 4 again. I'd probably like to get a trigger off of this, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. So if I attacked with both, I don't think they block the familiar. But they'll chump this one for sure. And then I have to hold that back to block, so I guess I just attack here. And then I'll play the artist. Trade, or they trade here. I'd be at 4. Let's say I go to 4. This will put me at 2. That'd put me at 1. They could let that die, so I can't let this die. If I let that die, I lose on board, so. I'm probably still dead on board, to be honest. I mean, block, blocked, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one triggers. So yeah, dead on board either way. It didn't matter. Couldn't do anything about that. Like I said, you know, Abyssal Harvester, really tough to beat, and we very much drew like 3 lands in a row when we really couldn't afford to. So, what can we do about that here? Incinerating Blast is probably a little expensive. We've got the Aeronaut's Wings. I don't have the Quick Draw Katana in here. It's just a nice little aggressive package. It's, you know, when they play 2 drops, 3 drops, and 4 drops and stuff, that's what I struggle against. Power Stone Fracture might be good to get something gone early as opposed to something like maybe an early winter. I didn't see very many enchantments here. Yeah, maybe a Shivan Dragon might actually not be horrible in a matchup like this. Like if I resolved the Shivan Dragon there, it probably just would have won. Um, Maybe take out like Goblin Borders or something. This doesn't seem super great. I guess it's not horrible. Gorehorn Raider. I mean, that's pretty good against like the Harvester if we're able to like attack with something and then sacrifice. So let's get rid of the borders for this Shivan Dragon. And then if that resolves, I think I did not see a lot of removal. That's going to be pretty good against that. So we'll give this a shot here in game 2. And immediately mulligan. And I guess we're keeping a 2-lander, which doesn't feel great, but I mean, yeah, you know, start 2 cards down against your opponent, never really a spot you want to be in. It's tough to decide which one to play here. I think the Siphoner is going to have better attacks for the artist here. Yeah, anything would have worked. And then we unfortunately miss land drops. I think I'd probably have to Reeve Soul this stupid thing. As much as that sets me back. I mean, they've already got 2 snow-covered lands here. And I can't even... If I played anything, it would have just killed it. And I need my creatures, so... Sure. Alright, they also have a Vampire Gourmand and a land. I did draw a land here. Alright, now we get to finish it off with the Firebrand, which is kind of nice. And then I guess we can play... Guess we'll play our own Gourmand. It's kind of difficult to figure out which one to play there. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. Stupid Abyssal Harvester again, really difficult, like I said, for me to deal with. We know they have the discard card, so I'm not going to play my land here for that reason. And now the Gourmand is so much worse because the Harvester can just eat it. I mean, if they have any removal spell, they just get to steal my creature. I mean, Harvester's too good. I think it's just too good. It's going to be really, really difficult to beat here. There's the Shivan Dragon. Not the greatest of draws, but I mean... Oh, goodness. Seems like it's all coming crashing down for us here. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to beat this current situation here. Yeah, pretty much can't beat the Harvester here. Sure, we'll sacrifice that. They could steal it, but they probably would rather a Perforating Artist if I had to guess. Six drop ain't doing anything for us at this point. Oh. And that'll probably do it. Insta punished. I have been destroyed by this card way too often. I mean, just you don't even think that like discarding a card to the Harvester or to a non-Harvester effect is going to let them steal a Shivan Dragon from you. But then, you know, things like that happen and it's just like now I can't even kill the Harvester because I have to kill the stupid dragon that I just discarded. So it's like yeah. Obviously a bit of a punt, but I was never casting that dragon, so it's like I don't know. Now what do I have to hope for? A stab followed by a Krenko? Oh, now they just get to steal another one of my things. I mean, Harvester, please. Just unbeatable, man. Just unbeatable. And they had it both games, turn 3. Makes it really, really tough. That will do it. Never stood a chance tonight, unfortunately. Had they not had Harvester, could we have, powered through? Maybe. Probably not. It's just getting really, really tough these later portions of the week and later portions of the league playing against great players with great decks. And although we've been carried so far, we're now 14-7 and 4 losses away from elimination. So we're going to need some help here. Let's hope we can get it. Thanks for tuning in. So after taking that loss, we do drop to 14-7. Our opponent match win percentage is going up, but at this point in the league, so is everybody else's because you're only playing against people that have winning records here, and it's really not catching up at the rate that we need it to. So we didn't actually fall any places. We're still in 15th place here. And if we do win our next match, we do still jump back up into the top 10. So we're still in a decent spot here. We've got to get back on that winning streak. But, 15th is not a horrible place to be in. Can't be too down about it right now. We got to hope that our comeback pack that we see here helps us out enough to be able to come back and get a couple wins rolling here in week 5. And speaking of that comeback pack, here it is in front of you right now. We've got a couple of decent rares based at the Bounding Spring and Paw Patch Recruit. Unfortunately, they're not for us. So what do we have for us? We've definitely got to take out the trash. That's for sure. I've got my eyes on that Teapot Slinger as well. It's a 4-mana 3/4 with Menace. And whenever you expend 4, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. A thing that would fit into our deck very well. There's another 2-drop in Bonebind, Orator, Dire Sight for some card draw. Reptilian Recruiter is another steal effect that we could use. And Scales of Shale as a little bit of a combat trick. Not a horrible pack, but we didn't luck out with the rare this time. So I've got our deck here. And the cards I think we might consider bringing in. Got to go ahead and craft this Teapot Slinger here. I say might, but, I don't think Dire Sight, I don't think Scales of Shale, and I don't think Starforged Sword are really considerations here. Bonebind Orator, I don't think we really have time to be paying 4 to get something back from our graveyard. Take out the trash is pretty much a guarantee, and honestly, I think Teapot Slinger is also pretty good. So I'm going to put that in here for now as well. The Recruiter is 5 mana for a 4/2 trample. And then it steals a 2-powered thing. Is that better than like Gorehorn Raider? Something I am considering is that I think since we cut down 1 extra land and kind of went really, really low to the ground and cut that Shivan Dragon, I felt like the deck has been a little bit less consistent here. I'm wondering if this Shivan Dragon is going to be potentially interesting for us. Going back to that, there's not anything else I see necessarily that I'm interested in. Over here in our sideboard, there is the Katana, but that never really did a ton for us. Everything else is just kind of whatever. I think these Siphoners, the Barge Inn actually hasn't really done as well as I wanted it to either, so taking that out I think is fine. I don't think the Recruiter's great. That could be a decent sideboard card, I guess. Firebrand has been fine. Goblin. Everything else here, I guess the Siphoner is kind of what's standing out to me. Maybe a Steam Path Charger. What else? Here's the Slinger. The Gorehorn Raiders kind of sticking out as well. So maybe taking out like one of the Siphoners and then... Gosh, the Shivan Dragon just requires such an answer. So doing something like this maybe, and maybe staying at 24 lands is probably okay. But getting the Shivan Dragon in, I think this thing has won us at least a couple of games. So I think this is the version of the deck that I'm going to take into the next match here, bringing in Teapot Slinger. 4-mana 3/4 Menace. Whenever you expend 4, it deals 2 to each opponent. I think that seems pretty good for us here. So so that I can save my voice, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next match.